Well, good morning, everybody. We hope you guys are excited and ready for day 2. I know yesterday we had a little bit of a rally, a little bit of fun, a little bit of icebreakers and fun things in class. Today's a little bit more information for you, and tomorrow is going to be a minimum day, so we get to end early and enjoy a little bit extended weekend. Yeah, you can clap it up for that. It's all right. So, today we have a special treat. Again, sophomores, you guys might remember last year we had a guest speaker come on in, talk to you guys a little bit, give you a message. Freshmen, we do this every year. So this year, we're excited to welcome an individual to speak to you guys, motivate you a little bit, get you focused. I'm going to ask you all a favor. Yesterday, you did a wonderful job of being respectful and paying attention and being engaged in what we were doing. Today, you're going to have a speaker speak from his heart and try to get you guys a message. I'm going to ask you all a favor to show respect, to really, really be respectful and listen to this guy, because I've heard him speak, and I think most of you are going to connect with what he's talking about. So, I want to introduce him so he can get going. If you've ever felt unmotivated about school or like giving up, then you shared a similar feeling with our speaker, Juan Cangas. He had to find his own motivation to succeed as a young teen. He was wrestling with the challenges of life. The good news is he made it through, and he's here to show you that you all can too. His drive to overcome barriers and desires to make his mother proud helped him become the first person in his family to finish college. He utilizes his life experiences and crazy humor to help inspire and coach students all over the nation. But perhaps he's best known for his world-class smile. Please help me welcome Mr. Juan Cangas.
Los Santos High School, how you doing today? Nah. This corner's over here is excited, right? But I know it's the morning. I know it's the second day of school. I know some of you are not looking forward to the school year. You're not ready for the summer to end, but it's here. So today, I don't got a lot of time with you all, but the time I do have, I need some energy, right? So I need to be able to hear you as much as you can hear me at times, right? So follow my lead. Clap once if you hear me. Clap twice if you hear me. Say orale if you can hear me. Womp, womp, womp. Alright, I don't come to California often, but I was expecting a little bit more orale, right? Let's try that again. Clap once if you hear me. Clap twice if you hear me. Say orale if you can hear me. Orale, alright, that was better, right? Clap once if you hear me. So as I mentioned, my name is Juan Cangas. However, I don't care if you remember my name more than anything else. I hope that you remember my message. I'm going to say this, right? I get to do this work a lot. Like a lot. Like yesterday I was in Fresno. After here, I'm going to be flying to Yuma. I get the privilege of going around the country and speaking to young people just like you. Because this was a dream of mine once, right? However, I don't care if you remember my name. However, if you are going to say it, please put some respect on my name, because since I get to do this a lot, somebody always, when they see me down the hallway, they'll always mess up my last name. Cangas. Now, how many of y'all know Spanish in here? Raise your hand. All right, how many of y'all pretend to know Spanish? Just bad words? All right, don't say it today, right? So, I don't know about your name, but my teachers could never get my name right. And my friends would always make fun of it. And somebody always, at every school, they forget to put the N in the Cangas. So I'll be walking down the hallway, somebody will be like, hey, there goes Mr. Cangas. Now, if you don't speak Spanish, that basically means, do you go to the restroom? Yes, I do. That's none of your business. So put some respect on my name. So look, y'all, in this short amount of time, I want to share some things with you all that have been helpful to me. That have been helpful for me to be able to not only to graduate high school, but be one of the first people in my family to go to college, to make my mom proud, right? And to do the type of work that I want to do. How many of y'all have a dream of maybe one day being able to make a lot of money in your life? Raise your hand. Alright. How many of y'all want to make so much money that you don't only just take care of yourself, but you want to take care of someone else? Raise your hand. Yeah. So those dreams, clap once if you hear me. Clap twice if you hear me. Those dreams take work. Those dreams takes focus. Those dreams take other people that are helping you and supporting you. But you gotta know. You gotta know the people you're surrounding yourself with, because there's nothing truer in life that I've experienced than the people around you are either gonna help you get to the dreams you want, or they're gonna hurt you. See, when people tell me, hey, what do you do for a living? Most people call me a motivational speaker, but to be honest, I don't think that's what I do. What I really think I do is I go around the country and I develop relationships with young people just like you. I get real with young people just like you. I form friendships, because when you have a friend, then you can have an honest conversation. And honest conversations are what change you. When you get real about your life and about the dreams and the things that are holding you back. See, I've always been that way, even since I was really little. I remember when I first came to the US, it took me a while to develop some friendships because I didn't know any English. But I never forget my first best friend. See, my first best friend, his name was Chepe. Actually, his name was Jose, but you know this, in the Latino culture, you have a name, and they give you another name, whether you like it or not. Gordo, Flaco, Chaparro, right? And they're all bullying names. Like, if you said it in English, you'd fight somebody, right? Like, hey, fatty, come here, right? But when it's your grandmother, it's endearing and loving. So we call this guy Chepe, and the thing I loved about Chepe was super courageous. He'd be the type of person to ask me questions in class. He was hella funny. How many of y'all have that friend just crack you up all the time? Raise your hand. You got that friend, so you're like, that's my friend. Yeah, he was hella funny. Chepe was a leader.
Oh yeah, he's boring. No cheese.
Clap once if you hear me. Clap twice if you hear me. Chepe was a leader. He was the type of person that if he said we're doing something, we do it because we all trusted him. But Chepe was a person too. He was a human being. And Chepe had this one negative quality about himself that I just didn't like. See, Chepe was the type of person, I hate to say this, but Chepe was the type of person that loved drama. You know what I'm talking about? El chisme. Exactly, somebody said it, right? El chisme. He would love to talk and spread rumors about people. He'd be like, hey, you right there. See that person over there? He said this and this about you. And he'd be over here, hey, vato. You see that guy over there? He said this and this about you. And it'd be total lies. And you've probably seen this before on social media. People just spreading lies and rumors about people, and he would get people to fight each other out of these lies. And there was a few times that I seen this about Chepe. And let me tell you what, I knew it was wrong. I knew it, right? You shouldn't talk behind people's backs. You shouldn't get other people to fight just for your own pleasure. And every time I wanted to take a step forward for what was right, I stopped myself. You know what? Well, it's the same reason that when you see something going on in your school, you don't stand up for what's right. It's the same reason that when you see someone, like right now, there's a few of you, I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. Some of you are listening, you're focused, and I appreciate that. Some of you are talking to your friends. I see you. You're messing around. You're not paying attention. And who am I, right? I'm just a guy. But let me tell you what, I don't even blame you, because I've been that person that has been in places where there's an opportunity and I'm just messing around. And I'll tell you what, that is the #1 way to miss opportunities in life. When you're just messing around with your friends and you're not listening. And if you can't be still for 15 minutes for a message, then how can you stay still for the rest of this academic year? You're not going to make it if you don't learn how to change, especially if you're a freshman. The things that you did in middle school, some of them are going to help you, but some of them are going to hurt you if you don't stay focused. And let me tell you what, if you don't stand up for what's right, if you don't look at the things around you and confront them, they don't get better, they just get bigger. And most of us, there's things in our lives that we know we need to confront. Some of us need to talk to our friends and say, hey man, in this class, I need to listen, so can you not distract me? And it's awkward, it's weird to tell that to your friends, right? Because you feel like, man, if I tell my friend something that's uncomfortable, like, bro, I'm trying to listen in this talk. I know you're not trying to, but I'm trying to. It's uncomfortable, and they might even not want to be your friend anymore. And the same thing that stops you from telling your friend to be quiet, it's the same reason that I didn't step up and tell Chep that he couldn't talk to me on people's backs. So I just let him be. Plus, I made a story in my head. Because when you don't confront issues in your life, you make excuses. And my excuse was, you know what? As long as he doesn't stir around my life, as long as he doesn't talk behind my back, I'll just let it be. Now luckily, when I was growing up, at the time it seemed like an annoying thing, but I had this really vigilant mom. My mom would always be asking me questions about my friends. She'd be like, Mijo, who's that kid over there? Oh, that's Chepe. What about that kid? Oh, that's Jesse. What about that kid? Oh, that's Ricardo. And one day I go to my mom like, Mom, ¿por qué me preguntas de todos mis amigos? Why do you care who I hang out with? And my mom, she had these dichos de la vida, right? These sayings of life. She's like, Mijo, listen to this. A really important thing she said to me. She said, Mijo, it's important I know who you hang out with, because who you hang out with is who you become. Who you hang out with is who you become. She said in Spanish, so dime con quién andas y te diré quién eres. Now, when I was younger, I wasn't as mature as some of you are. So my mom would try to give me these dichos de la vida, right? Tell me things about life with her words. And I look at my mom and be like, yeah, mama, whatever, I don't care, right? Because I thought I knew it all. Look, I put my friend on blast, I'm putting myself on blast. You know what's a negative quality about me? I am what you call terco. What does that mean in English? Stubborn, right? I'm hard-headed. That means I think I know it all, especially when I was younger. So adults would try to tell me things with their words, and I would say, no, I know it. I know life. I know how to do this thing. See, there are two ways to learn, young people, in this world. One, you can learn through the experiences of others, so you don't have to commit the same mistakes. Or you can learn through your own experiences, which is so painful. Right? If you have to go through every life experience by yourself, you're going to learn it, but you're going to learn it the hard way, and it's going to take you a long time. And so I had to learn this hard lesson through my life that my mother was trying to teach me with her words. So when I was growing up, I didn't grow up in a cool place like this, where you're not too far from the beach. I grew up in a small little town. Literally, there was like a ton, like more cows than people in this little town that I grew up in. And there was literally nothing to do. I was always bored. However, in middle school, in 8th grade, if you were trying to hang, you're trying to be cool, there was one place you could all go. It was called Skate Island. It was a skating rink, like with rollerblades, and people would go skating. I'm ready this particular day, I'm getting ready, right, trying to hang with my friends. I go to Skate Island. Everybody's there, right? Chepe's there. All my friends are there. The music's vibing. Everything's cool. Except one thing. It really bugged me about that night. My ex-girlfriend was there. Why are you oohing? You don't know her. Y'all Facebook or Snapchat friends or what? She your tia? What's going on? Look, I'll be a man about it. The reason we broke up, it was my fault. Nah, look, I feel horrible for saying this. I can't start a relationship with a lie. It was not my fault. It was her fault, right? Look, I know she's not here to defend herself, and let me tell you why. She was the type of person that was always jealous. Some of y'all know who I'm talking about. Don't be pointing at her. She'd be calling me up. She'd be like, where you at? I'm at the mall. You know what's coming, right? Who you with? I'm with my mom. You're with a girl? Me, my mom, right? I was like, bro. I told her, look, it seems like you're a certain way, I'm a certain way. I think we should split ways. I do not like drama in my life. Some of you love it. I do not. So I said, I think you should do your own thing. I do my own thing. Plus, the real reason, nobody would tell you this, but the real reason that these middle schoolers would go to the skating rink was because when they played a slow song, a romantic song, and you had your eye on someone, you could go up to them, you know? And then you could ask them, if you were courageous enough, you could ask them to skate with you, right? So I went up to this girl, not her, somebody else, right? And I said, "Will you skate with me?" And I've been eyeing her all week at school. How many of y'all believe in your boy? I know we haven't met that long, but how many of y'all believe in your boy? You think? She said yes. Raise your hand. All right, 10 people. That's messed up. Bunch of hater ass Los Santos. Well, you know what? I don't need you to believe in me, because I believe in me, and you all are wrong. But she said yes, and she skated with me. I remember like it was yesterday. Oh, now you believe in me, huh? Nah, if you can't have me at my worst, you can't have me at my best. Some of you are like writing that down. Ooh, I'm gonna believe that. It's a motivational talk, not the pickup line at the top. So I'm skating with this girl. I'm looking into this girl's eyes. Everything's amazing. In fact, I can almost remember there's a song on. Y'all probably don't know this song. It was like an old song. It's like the Backstreet Boys, and I can almost hear that song. You know, it was what was it called? It was this one. Oh my God! You don't know the song, do you? How do you? This is 90s music. Does anybody know the song? How do you know this song? You know this song? Some of you know it. This is like 90s music. I don't know how you all know this. Alright, cut it. Y'all trying to get into that. So, clap once if you heard me. Clap twice if you heard me. I'm in the moment. I'm looking into this girl's eyes. Everything's amazing. I found out later on that the other side of the skating rink, as I was skating with this girl, a friend that was next to Chepe told me that Chepe goes and looks out and he sees me skating with this girl, and right next to Chepe is my ex-girlfriend. Again, why are you oohing? You don't know her. So much drama here. So he sees me skating with this girl and he decides that on this day he's going to, for no particular reason, pick on me. And so he taps my ex-girlfriend's shoulder and he's like, hey, is that Juan over there? And then he's like, hold on, is that Juan with another girl? Because you know what he's trying to do? He's trying to stir some drama, right? So I'm over here, I'm oblivious to what's going on. I'm looking into this girl's eyes, Backstreet Boys in the background. All of a sudden, the unexpected happens. Literally, as we're holding hands, we're skating. This girl literally, boom, she falls, her face on the ground. Here's the worst part. The worst part is I don't stop. I know. Some of the girls in here, they're like, dang, Juan, I had this much respect for you, now it's like this. Now, don't judge the scene until you know the whole story. The reason I didn't stop is not because I'm a horrible human being. It's because this girl didn't just fall, she was pushed. Who do you think pushed her? My ex. My ex had pushed this girl because of what Chepe had said. And to this day, I remember she had the meanest look on her face, like, I'm going to kill you, right? And I was thinking, dang, she mad at me. But she did that to her. But you what she do to me, me mata. She'll kill me. So I got out of there. I remember a few days, the friend that was next to Chepe came and told me what Chepe had done. Came and told me that Chepe has sure dropped my life. And the reason I'm telling you this story is because that was the first time in my life that I really felt betrayed. That was the first time in my life that I felt like, man, some of the greatest pain in my life. Because let me tell you this, even though I don't know you, I know this about you. Unfortunately, every single one of us has had people in our lives that should have been there for us, but they hurt us. Parents that should have been there, but they were absent. Teachers that should have pulled us up, but they tore us down. Friends that should have had our backs, but they stabbed us in the back. And you tell me if I'm wrong. There's nothing more hurtful than when you are loving someone and you have a relationship with them and they intentionally hurt you. And I got depressed. And I went in a dark place. I got so depressed that I didn't even want to go to school anymore. Hopefully you've never been in that place before. But let me tell you what, as I was depressed and I was in that dark place, I realized I was asking myself the same question and kept getting the same answer. Why did this happen to me? Why did this happen to me? And I didn't know why this happened to me. Sometimes people are going to do things in your life and you're not even going to understand them. But then here's when things started switching. I realized that in those dark moments, young people, is the best time to learn something. So I can't save you from those dark moments in life. Nobody can, right? We're going to go through some difficulties. And I wish I could take those away, but actually I don't wish that, because in those dark moments, it's times when you can learn things about yourself, about others, about the world, about the things that you want most. And I started asking myself a new question. And the question was, man, what can I learn from this? What can I learn from this failure? What can I learn from this experience so it never happens again? And when you start asking the right questions, you get better answers. Instead of asking the question, how can I not fail this year? I start asking the question, how can I excel in school this year? How can I be different than I was in middle school? How can I develop new friendships? When you start asking different questions, you get different answers, and with different answers, you get a different life. And then as I was thinking about it, I thought, ooh, I got it. I got it. You remember? Do you remember what my mom had said to me? She was trying to teach me something, and finally in that moment I realized my mom was trying to teach me something. She said, Miko, be careful who you hang out with, because who you hang out with. In fact, I want you to do this. Turn to the person next to you, and I'd like you to share the last word. Who you hang out with is who you want. Turn to the person next to you. I'm going to choose one or two of you to share. I'm going to pick one or two of you to share. Miko, be careful who you hang out with, because who you hang out with is who you. Don't say it, I'm going to pick you. All right. Clap once if you hear me. Clap twice if you hear me. I'm going to pick somebody. Where's the football? Go. They're over here somewhere. They're here somewhere. They are, I found them. I'm sorry, it's just taking a little while here. I found them. They're actually wearing my favorite color over here. Sorry, excuse me, sir. No, this is awkward. This is on plan. I found somebody. Everybody give me a round of applause, please. ¿No hablas inglés? Pues qué bien, yo hablo en español. ¿Hablas español? ¿Qué es tu nombre? What was your name? It's Isaac, everybody! Please give it up for Isaac! He's a freshman. Alright, Isaac, you got an opportunity. My mom was trying to teach me a really important lesson. And I hope you were listening. And that was hard because a lot of people here were trying to distract you. But if you were focused, you can take advantage of this opportunity. Can you finish the words? Who you hang out with is who you. And who you hang out with is who you. Give it up for Isaac over here, y'all. See, I'm super proud of Isaac because people were trying to distract him over here. I seen it. And he was focused. He's on game. He knows what he came to school for. He gave me the answer. Isaac, I like to reward courage. Because have you ever spoken to this many amount of students before in your life? You haven't. This is the first for you, right? And you could have blown me off. I've had that happen in schools where people are like, oh, I'm too cool, I need to share. But you didn't. And Isaac, I'm going to reward you. You didn't know this was happening. I'm going to reward you because I like to reward courage, right? So I'm going to give you 20, 40, this is you, bro, right? $40. Give it up for Isaac. Give it up for Isaac, y'all. Give it up. Alright, clap once if you hear me. Clap twice if you hear me. That's the only amount of money I'm giving out because then I'll be broke, right? But life, everybody repeat after me, life is full of opportunities. All right, you don't have to repeat the next, all right? But you have to be willing to listen. You have to be willing to think differently, and you have to be able to know who you surround yourself around. Look, this lesson that I'm trying to teach you, I learned it. I learned it from someone who didn't even get a chance to finish middle school. I learned it from someone who didn't know any English, but they were the wisest person I knew. My mom. See, my mom, I have mad respect for my mom. So I'll wait till you show her some respect. Because if I went to your house, and if I was talking while your mom was trying to talk, I know she'd let me know. And she wouldn't give me any tortillas or no tacos, right? See, my mom taught me this lesson. Not just about surrounding yourself with the right people, but that you gotta have a vision greater than your current circumstances. So let me tell you what, it's easy to have dreams. It's easy to do good in school when you have all the money in your household, when nobody's fighting, when things are all great. It's hard when maybe your mom or your dad aren't there, right? Maybe when people are struggling with the bills. Maybe when there's some sickness in your family household. It's hard to keep your focus on your dreams, but those are the moments when you need it the most. And my mom, when she was pregnant with me, she taught me this lesson. Not with her words, but with her actions. See, my mom, I was her firstborn, and when she was pregnant with me, she lived in this place called Ciudad Juarez, Chihuahua. Everybody say Chihuahua. Not the Chihuahua the dog. In Mexico, the largest state is called Chihuahua. And my mom lived so close to the border, kind of like Tijuana and San Diego, but it was Juarez and El Paso. And my mom could literally go outside her doorstep, and she could see the United States from her doorstep. Now I had this dream. She wanted me to be born in the United States. Why? What do you think?
Legal.
Yes. Thank you for raising your hand. For opportunities, absolutely. Let me tell you what. My mom wanted me to be born in the United States, and she tried to have these plans. She had a dream and she had a plan, and you need a plan because a dream without a plan is just a wish, and you don't get your wishes. And so this year, if you have some things you want to accomplish, you got to set a plan. You got to know when you're going to study. You got to know who you're going to ask for help when it gets hard. Because freshmen, listen to me, it will get hard. There'll be a class this year that's going to get really hard. You're going to know where are the resources around you that you need to tap into. But let me tell you what, even if you have a big dream, and even if you have a plan, do things always go the way you plan them? Yes or no? Yes or no? No, you know this. And this year's going to be the same. Especially if you're a freshman, right? Because you don't know what to expect. You're going to have this plan. I'm going to go to school. I'm going to do this. And then something's going to happen at home or at school. And it's up to you to change the plan, even when life changes it for you. And so my mom tells me that eventually she didn't accomplish her dream, unfortunately. She was unable to have me be born in the United States. So I was born in Mexico. And the reason I'm telling you this is because for the longest reason, this was the reason I would give people why I wasn't going to be successful. See, people would be telling me in school, like, hey, Juan, ¿por qué no estás tratando en la escuela? Why aren't you trying in school? Yo les decía, pues, soy un inmigrante. My parents are immigrants. I'm an immigrant. I don't have a lot of opportunities. When they would tell me, hey, Juan, why aren't you trying to apply to colleges and do something with your life? Well, I don't even know English. How? No sé inglés. ¿Cómo voy a poder hacer esto? Or when they would tell me, Juan, why can't you be more involved? I would say, well, my mom's the only one that works. My dad doesn't live with us. She's a single mother. I have to work so I can help her. Let me tell you what, all those reasons were valid. But victimhood reasons don't give you results. Look, I'm not saying you don't have challenges. I'm not saying that you're not going through difficult times. What I'm saying is that at the end of your life, do you want those to be excuses of why you didn't accomplish your goals? Or do you want to flip the script? Because that's what I've done in my life. That's the only reason I'm in front of you all, because I've been able to, at different moments of life, I've been able to flip the script. Everybody repeat after me, flip the script. What does that mean? That means that sometimes the very reason why you won't be successful is the reason why you will. Because at some point in my life, I flipped the script. See, I would tell people eventually, I was like, you know what? Because I'm an immigrant, I'm going gonna get to be able to work with other immigrants, and I know what they're going through, so I'll be able to help them be successful because I didn't. Because I only speak Spanish right now. When I learn English, I know 2 languages. And you know who gets paid more? A person that speaks 1 or 2 languages. 2 languages or more, right? And because I grew up with a single mother, I know the value. I know the value of having a dad around me. So when I have my son or my daughter, I'm gonna be there for them. Let me tell you what, you can flip the script. The very reason in your mind why you won't be successful could be the very reason why you will and you must. Let me tell you what, if you don't give up, even when it gets hard, even when your dreams don't get accomplished on the first try, you'll get there. Eventually, when I was 5 years old, my mom came to me. She said, Nico, I finally found a way. Encontré una manera. Vamos a movernos a los Estados Unidos. We're going to move to the U.S. I was like, really, Mom? I was like, don't tell me where we're moving. I know. I've always wanted to move here. Mom, I want to move to Los Angeles, California. Hey, can I see Hollywood movies, right? And my mom was like, no, we're not moving there. I was like, okay. Let me guess again. Oh, are we moving to Nueva York? Yeah, la ciudad de Nueva York, New York City. She's like, tampoco. I was like, where are we moving to? And she said, we're moving to Nebraska. I said, ¿qué es eso? I'd never ever heard of Nebraska. Just like many of you right now, you're like, what country is that? That's not a country, it's in the United States. It's right in the middle, right? But I don't blame you for not knowing, because when I moved there was more cows than people in Nebraska, right? But the reason my mom moved there is for some work. See, in Nebraska, they have a lot of meat packing plants. It's where they slaughter the cow. And my mom got some good work where you can make an honest day's wage for an honest day's work, and you didn't have to know any English. And here's the thing that caught her attention. There, her son could get an opportunity at an education. And when she heard that, some of you, man, you have some people in your life who has so much immense courage. Some of you have some people that came here as immigrants or just that did something not just for themselves but for someone else. When she heard that her son could get an opportunity at education, she sold everything she had and she traveled 1,000 miles from where she lived just so her son could have an opportunity. And some of you have that. Not all, but some of you have somebody in your life that sacrifices for you. That maybe goes to a job they don't love for someone that they do. And I think if you have that, you're so blessed. I think if you have someone that does something, they get up day in and day out to do a job that they hate even, for someone that they love, I think that's so honorable. I mean, you'll have someone in your life that has sacrificed for you, that has been there for you, even at the cost of themselves. Raise your hand. If you have an abuelito, a mom, a dad, a tío, somebody who has sacrificed a little bit for themselves for you, if you have that one person, you can make it. And let me tell you what. When I moved to the U.S., I found that there was a difference between having an opportunity and grabbing that opportunity. All right? Repeat after me. There is a difference between having an opportunity and grabbing that opportunity. But you got to be focused. You got to pay attention. Because so many of you, you're going to miss it. And I don't want you, so I want to show you how to grab an opportunity. Everybody stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. Quickly. Stretch a little bit. Alright. This is what I like you to do. I'm going to show you how to grab an opportunity. What I'd like you to do is follow my lead. With your left hand, you're going to put your left hand up in the air like this. Your other left, that one. Okay. And then, what you're going to do is you're going to put this left hand next to you like this. And then very carefully, with your right hand, you're going to stick it out in the air like this. And then stick out your index finger. This one, not the other one. Alright, this finger right here. You don't got to do that. You don't have to do that. Alright, this finger, very carefully. You're going to put this finger on that person's hand next to you. Hand. Mano, not head. Mano. So you should look like this.
Tell them wanted to touch my hand.
Person next to you. Her. All right, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna count to 3. When you hear me say 3, and only when you hear me say 3, you're gonna try to do 2 things. You're gonna try to grab this finger and take this finger out. So you're like, ¿qué dijo? No le entendí nada. Let me repeat it. I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3. When I say 3, and only when I say 3, you're gonna try to go like this. If you can do both those things, you're amazing. You're gonna make it. If you can only do one of those things, you're great. If you can't do either of those things, I'm praying for you because high school's gonna be hard. But we'll still help you. All right, are you ready? If you're ready, say yes. If you're ready, say C. If you're ready, say I'm ready. Are you ready over here? Are you ready over here? Are you ready over there? All right, ready. Don't move until I say 3. Ready? 1. Teachers, I get what the problem is now. Directions. Directions. All right, hold on. What were the directions? Then why when I said 1, some of you are like, hi, Mom. Bro, it's the second day of school. You're 2 tenths in semester for the second day of school. Relax. All right, we're going on 3. Ready? If you're ready, say yes. If you're ready, say C. If you're ready, say I'm ready. Are you sure? Ready? 1, 2. If you got a finger, hold it up. Who got one? Who got one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, take a seat. Take a seat. Clap once if you hear me. Clap twice if you hear me. There's a difference. There's a difference between having an opportunity and grabbing that opportunity. I wish I could tell you that when I came to this country, I took advantage of every opportunity, and that's why I'm here with you all today. But it was the opposite. The reason I do this type of work is because there was a point in my life where I was that student that was letting go of so many opportunities. And once they go, young people, sometimes you can never get those opportunities back. And look, I'm going to show you a picture. I don't need you to be middle schoolers because you're high schoolers now. Middle schoolers, they can't control themselves, so they respond to the picture, but I'd like you not to respond verbally because you're not in middle school anymore, you're in high school. Can we make that agreement? I'm going to show you a picture. I ain't trying to be hard. I ain't trying to pretend to be someone I wasn't. It's just a picture that I think is powerful because it's a picture from when I was younger. And I want you to recognize that that person is different than the person that I am today. But I was this kid at one point, in the blue jersey. What did I say? Middle schoolers react, high schoolers, you don't anymore. You're mature. You can handle things. See, I was this kid in the blue jersey, and I ain't trying to be hard, and I ain't trying to go into details of what I was doing because they say a picture's worth 1,000 words. And there's a whole chapter written in this one. You can tell me what I was doing, right? Do you think I was helping my community or hurting my community? Do you think I was making my mom proud or hurting my mom? Do you think I was thinking about my future or do you think I was just thinking about the moment? Future. All those things were true. And let me tell you what, there was a point in my life where I started to believe the lies. That I was this kid, right, that made mistakes. Because look, there's a difference between making mistakes and failing and being those things. And some of you that don't try in school, it's not that you're not smart. It's that you believe the lies, that you are those things that you've done repeatedly. And let me tell you what, you're not. Because at any moment you can flip the script, you can change, you can shift. You don't always have to be the same person you've been. If all you did was mess around in middle school, you don't gotta do that in high school, right? Let me tell you what, I'll be 100. Some of you are gonna graduate and you're gonna look around and the friends you're with right now are not the same friends they're gonna graduate with. And that's not necessarily bad. Because there was a point in my life where I had to flip the script. And there's challenges, there's moments in your life that come that sometimes look like a challenge, but they're defining moments. I remember I kept making bad mistake after bad mistake, bad decision after bad decision. And one of those bad decisions ended me up in the police station. And I remember I got in trouble with the police. They called my mom, they called the police officer. And hopefully you've never been in this situation where they were asking more questions than you can answer. ¿Qué te pasa, Juan? Why are you making these choices? And in that moment, I did the only thing that came to my 8th grade mind, which was my problem. Which was my problem in middle school. I would think something and I would do it. I would never think about the consequences. And so the only thing I thought about was run. So I got up and I started running in the police station. Don't ever do that, right? Now, I wasn't running away from the police. I'm not that dumb. I was running away from that situation. And it was a perfect example how I was always running away from things. See, I thought I was this tough dude that I portrayed, right? I thought I was this dude that was just so hard. But let me tell you what, I was the weakest person. Because somebody would try to come up to me, talk to me, and say, hey Juan, ¿qué está pasando en tu vida? Talk to me, I want help. I'd run away. If not physically, then mentally. I'd jump to my teachers. I'm like, oh, they're racist, they don't care about me. See, I thought I was this tough person, but I never wanted to confront issues in my life. What are you running away from? All of us have something in our lives that we need to face. Some of you, I'm gonna keep it 100. Some of you need to look at the people that you love and you're in relationships with, but they're hurting you. And you need to. You need to confront it, because otherwise it persists. Some of you need to confront yourself, because you're going to keep talking and talking the rest of your life, but you're not going to do anything. You're going to hide behind other people. You got to face these things, because otherwise if you don't face them, they hide. If you don't face them, they hide. And let me tell you what, I'm done hiding. I'm done hiding in my life. Are you? I remember as I was running away, the police grabbed me, they pushed me against the wall, right? And I was trying to be this hard person, right? Trying to fight them off, and they come out, my mom comes out. And she's crying. And I've seen my mom cry a lot of times, but this time was different, right? Maybe it was because I was physically being pressed against the wall, or maybe it was because I was looking around and all my friends that I messed around with, nobody was there. The only person that was there was my mom, the person I hurt the most. See, in those darkest moments, you know who's real. You know who your real friends are. You know who your real family is in those darkest moments. And unfortunately, there's less than you think. But those ones that are there, they're worth it. And my mom said something I'll never forget. I never want you to forget this. She said, hijo, por favor, para de pelear, son. Please stop fighting. You know what I realized? My problem was I was fighting the wrong fights. I was fighting with my peers, I was fighting with my teachers, I was fighting with the person that's trying to help you. And if you keep fighting the wrong fight, that's what's wrong with our country. We're never going to get anywhere if we keep fighting with each other. But let me tell you what, young people, this is why I do this, because this is my fight. Because in this world, there are real fights to fight. You want to fight something? Fight injustice. You want to fight something, fight poverty. You want to fight something, fight climate change. You want to fight something, there's fights worth fighting for. And some days you can even turn them into a career. This is why I do this work. I'm going to keep it 100. I can go wherever I want now. I have that liberty. I own my own company. I can travel. When somebody hires me, I can say, yes, I want to go speak there. Or no, I'm not going to go speak there. I have that liberty today because of the freedom that I have. I wanted to come here. I'm not here here for just for a paycheck. I'm here because I know some of you are receiving this. Some of you, there's some light bulbs coming on, and some of you, maybe not now, but later, something's gonna come up. Like it did for me that night. I remember that night, things started changing because I finally listened to someone that loved me. I listened to my mom. I stopped fighting, I put my hands behind my back, they took me away. Went to a detention center. And I was depressed, and I was in a dark place. You know what I taught you? When you're in a dark place, that's the best time to what? Learn something. Get something. You're already going through a dark time. Get something from it. Some of my greatest lessons I've learned in the darkness. And I started asking myself some questions, 2 questions that changed everything. Anytime I'm stuck in life, these 2 questions get me out. Get us. What do you want? What do you want out of this school year? Because if you don't define that now, then at the end, when you're failing, when you're not getting the things you want, you can't blame anything but yourself. Besides the grades, maybe you want to get involved this year, right? Besides the grades, maybe you want to develop some new friendships, right? Besides the grades, maybe you want to be kinder to other people instead of bullying them like you did in middle school. You got to define what you want. Number 2, ¿por qué? Why do you want that? Why do you want to graduate? Why do you want to get involved? Why do you want to pass your classes? Because if your only reason is because my parents make me, it's going to be hard to be successful until you find out why you're coming to school. And that night I started defining those things. And let me tell you what, things started changing, not right away. I went up to high school, I graduated with a 4.0 GPA, not because I was smart, because I finally focused. My hardest decision I ever had to make was look at my friends and say, hey man, Chepe, Ricardo, I love you guys. But I found out that you can love someone, but you don't have to be in a relationship with them if they're hurting you. And I said, I'm going this way. They said, I'm going that way. I said, I love you guys, but I gotta do me. And our lives went completely different paths. I did a graduate high school, got a full ride scholarship to the university of my choice. I graduated, was one of the first people in my family to graduate college. But here was the moment that I loved the most. When I was graduating, my mom was crying. But they were happy tears, right? And that's all I ever wanted for me. I wanted my mom to know it was worth it. In Spanish, we have a saying, valió la pena. And I promise you this, if this year you put in the effort, and you do things that are a little bit uncomfortable, like actually trying school, like make some new friendships, like try a new sport, try a new activity, do things that maybe not everybody in your peer group is doing, at the end, you can also say, valió la pena. Los Altos High School, it's been an absolute privilege to be here with you all today. Thank you so much. I know you don't have your phone. However, I love to hear from students what they got from the message. Later on, if you remember this, my handle is Rio Juan Cangas. If you send me a message telling me, hey Juan, this is how I'm going to flip the script this year. This is how I'm going to change some things in my life. If you're courageous enough to send me something, I will send you a gift. Now, it's not money, because I ain't balling like that, but it'll be something, right? I'll be over here if you want to take a picture or say hello, but y'all been wonderful. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Give it up one more time for Juan Cangas. Thank you for being here, Juan. We appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You are heading back to third period. Back to your third period. Both doors will be open. You can go out either side.